How is it hanging, YouTube? It's 2024, so time for a room tour. Hi everybody, Peter here, your Ginger Geordie Geek. If this is the first time on the channel, please do hit that like and subscribe. It really does help. So what we've got here is a standard room tour where we're going to be looking at all of my toys, comic books, CGCs, statues, props, all that kind of stuff. So if that's your kind of thing, buckle in because we've got a lot to get through. It is worth mentioning that I've got a lot of stuff. So in this video, I'm going to canter through a fair bit of it. We're not going to go into great detail on every single item. So I guess you could say this is going to be a general overview of my collection, but keep an eye on the channel and subscribe, because in future what I'm going to be doing is individual videos looking at, for example, all of my CGC collection, all of my 1/6 collection, all of my vintage toys collections. So if you like that kind of stuff, keep an eye on the channel. But that's enough prattle. Let's have a look-see at some of the stuff I've got in my room. So, it's worth pointing out, ladies and gents, that I am filming this in the middle of the day, so it's nice and bright outside. So I don't have my room lights switched on. We'll flick them on in a bit so you can see what it looks like in the dark. Now, I've got a large collection of comic books, 1/6 scale figures, vintage toys, hardback graphic novels, all that kind of stuff. And as you can see, it's all over the shop. So we're going to have a bit of a closer look. Oh, look, there's me. Hiya. We're going to have a bit of a closer look at all of that stuff so you can see all the goodiness. I'm just going to focus on a few items and talk you through my rationale for picking up some of these beautiful, beautiful pieces. Hello. What's he doing down there? Okay, so here's the room with some of the light effects. These are pretty standard lights. I've got it all activated via an Alexa, so you can just see one word and you get all the different lights in the room coming on at the same time. So as you can see, I've got them in all of the different cabinets just to try and show off some of those different figures. We've got my lightsaber in the back there, my Thundercat Sword of Omens. And over here, we've got some character spotlight shelves. But again, we're going to talk about those in a little bit. But yeah, the lighting's pretty cool and it does illuminate the room nicely. Now I do have an awful lot of hot toy figures that have light up effects, but it's a bit of a ball ache switching them all on. So yeah, I haven't gone deep into getting them automated as yet. So over in this corner of the room, we have my shelf of stuff that I haven't put away yet. So this is all comics and books that I've bought that just haven't hit the long boxes yet. Stuff I need to actually get my finger out and sort out. Now this corner is kind of my sexy artwork corner. So as you can see, I've got a whole array of different posters, lithographs and things like that. So let's have a little look-see at some of those. First off, we've got this beautiful J. Scott Campbell Stan Lee print. I'm a huge Stan Lee fan and I just love this image in particular. It really jumps out, I think. We've got this old Dynamic Forces Onslaught image. This is something my wife picked up for us many years ago, but as you can see, it's got a really cool Hulk head sketch by Adam Kubert, so I really like that piece as well. Up here we have got probably one of my favourite pieces. This is by a stunning artist called Alex Cormack, and we have got, well, basically I said to him, draws fucked up Avengers, and that's exactly what he got. Apologies for the light reflection there, ladies and gents, but as you can see, the detail on these is absolutely phenomenal. We've got zombified versions of some of my favourite Avengers, so really like that piece. Down here, we've got a lithograph that I picked up at Thor Bubble from Gillen March. As you can see, he's done a very nice Joker head sketch on the front for us there, and he charged very little for this. This is an amazing piece, I think. We've got another Gillen March piece there, signed by the man himself. And we've got some original artwork down the bottom here. We've got a Justice League Year 1 page, and we've got a really nice Spidey. I don't think I've showed my friend James Mack that, but Spidey not 2099, Ben Reilly Spider-Man. So really like that piece as well. On the door, we have got a selection of favourite covers. Loving that Thundercat cover selection. Comics dog shit, but the comics covers look pretty darn cool. We've got an amazing piece by my friend Chris Avery Stewart, who basically drew us all of my favourite cartoon characters from the 80s and 90s. Let us know which of those you can recognise, because there's some pretty obscure characters in there, like this one. Loved that cartoon. Banging theme tune. Up here, we've got some shiny, foily goodness at the top of the shop there. On this shelf, we've got good old Castle Grayskull. That's an original. We've got, again, another Mjolnir. We've got Thor's helmet. Helmet. We've got Captain America's shield and Iron Man's mask. They are nice props, and I just wanted those movies represented and characters represented in my collection. Along the bottom here, we've got a whole host of short boxes, and I will pull one of those out and let you have a little look-see. But basically, these are split into different sections of kind of key books, signed books, blank covers for artwork, all that kind of stuff. I don't actually have a huge collection of short boxes because I tend to just go for what I like these days instead of collecting runs. Okay, let's talk books. I read comic books. I know, it's mental, isn't it? I read comic books, and I quite like this DC and Marvel collection of hardback books. You get a whole range of different stories in there, and I love the fact that the spine art looks pretty darn spectacular. Like I say, we've got a lot of those, including some really cool stories. At the top here, that's a sexy piece. That's a Mjolnir signed by Chris Helmsworth and Stan the Man himself, all authenticated. Loving that piece. Top corner, we've got a stunning Infinity War piece of artwork, lithogram. Not a bloody clue who signed that, can't remember. But yeah, it's very cool. It's sexy. Here we have my to read shelf. So this is all books I've bought over the last couple of years and haven't had an opportunity yet to really sit down and go over in detail. As you can see, there are some stunning books there, some really interesting reads, lots of which have been recommended by friends in the comic book community. So I'm looking forward to getting my teeth into some of them. Ooh, Deadly Class, number 4, need to read that one straight off. Here we'll have some of my favourite books. I tend to pick hardbacks up because I enjoy that way of reading a collected story. I'll read it. If I love it, I'll keep it. If I don't like it, I'll flog it or sell it on. Those Invincible, I don't know what I said there, Invincible. Those Invincible omnibuses are spectacular, and I'm loving Lock Key. At the top here, we've got a collection of Joe Hill books. We've got some stunning poster books, one of which was a gift from my good pal Andy, so thank you for that. And we've got, look at that, some shoes. Why the shit I bought these fancy, expensive X-Men shoes? I don't even know. But anyway, I did. I bought the buggers. But we've got some of these beautiful Marvel huge editions, hardback editions, the Adamantium collection, Vibranium collection, stuff like that. They are stunning. At the top shelf here, we've got some of my favourite mask variant books and box sets. They're pretty cool. Cyclops' visor and Doctor Strange's Eye of Agamotto. Agamotto? I never know. But anyway, there it is. Down here, we've got a couple of interesting boxes. This is I've bought it and I haven't filmed a video yet. So we've got a whole host of He-Man things in there and all kinds of bits and bobs that I need to film videos on. In this box, we've got all of my Let's Perhaps Send to CGC books. So let's get them out and have a look-see. Okay, so I've got a couple of short boxes out here just to show you the kind of stuff we're having them. So we'll start with this box. This is my sketch covers and blanks. Just gonna pick a couple of random books to show you the kind of stuff that's in here. Ooh, it's sexy. So first book out, we've got a Optimus Prime by Charlie Adler. With Walking Dead fame. He did that free of charge at good old Thought Bubble. So that's a nice book to have. This is a nice one. This is done by my good pal Comic Deal. Please go check out his channel. This is The Shadow. So yeah, really like that one. Again, a couple of others just to pick out what we've got. We've got a load of blanks. I've got bloody tons of blank books. So now I collect all those blank books, get them me tits. But I've got loads of them. We've got a nice don't know who the artist is on that. Nice Captain America. This is Will Pickering. Not sure who he is, but yeah, a nice one. And we've got, let's pick out, oh, that's nice. Again, another Charlie Adler. Got a lot of Charlie Adler ones, haven't I? So again, nice Daredevil sketch. And one more from this box. Let's go for a, oh, look at it. Alex Cormack, that artist I spoke about a little bit earlier on, did me a Mr. Dig. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. So love those books. Okay, my keys box. Let's have a little look-see at the kind of stuff that you get in my keys collection. And these can be major keys, minor keys, whatever. So like I say, we've got Flash, first Flashpoint there. Minor key, that, isn't it? We've got that one. That's the first appearance in a poster of Spidey 2099. Psylocke, bit of Psylocke action. Like I say, some of these are minor keys, some of them are major keys, bit of Alpha Flight action going on. And it's a bit random. So these are books that I've got, First Archangel. These are books that I've got basically just waiting to decide whether I'm going to send them to CGC, what I'm going to do with them, I don't know. First appearance of Miles Morales. This is the second print variant cover, I believe. And we'll pick one more out from this. Oh, look at that. Now that's a beaut. That's a beaut. Minor key, but it's a one that I think could have legs in the future for the MCU. Drop us a note in the comments if you know why this is a bit of an important book and what team it introduces. There you go. Okay, let's have a quick look-see at my to send to CGC box. So this is a box full of comic books that I'm considering sending to CGC. First off, we've got a bit of Nova. Criminally undervalued book, that. So yeah, bit of Nova action there. We've got another copy. This is nice. This is a chrome cover signed by George Perez. Keen to get that sent off because CGC are now doing signature verification. So yeah, that's a really nice looking book. Oh, this is sexy. This is my Thor, signed by Stan Lee on the cover and signed inside by Jack Kirby. Interested to send this off and see if these are genuine signatures. So yeah, I like that one. Bit more signed Stan Lee action on an X cover. And this is a beaut. This is a signed, double signed Transformers metal cover by the voice of Prime and the voice of Megatron. Love that one. So that's the kind of stuff I've got in my comic boxes. Along the bottom here in these IKEA kind of cabinets, which are really nice, are the Absolute editions. Now, I'm a massive fan of an Absolute edition. It's just my preferred way of reading. I love that the artwork's geek, big and sexy, and they're just beautiful, beautiful looking books. Again, I'll do a detailed video on this collection. This is a bit of a special shelf. This is kind of just my bits and bobs shelf at the moment. We've got a Diamond Select title that I got gifted to us by Diamond Select. Very, very kind of them. We've got the full run of the Dungeons and Dragons figures with the dice. Really like them. They are pretty darn cool. And we've got some artwork, some stunning artwork, original artwork that means a lot to us. Again, a lovely Wolverine by Chris and a stunning piece that was gifted to us by a follower of my channel. So I can't thank you enough for that. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, this is a nice shelf. This is my Transformers selection. I'm a bit obsessed with good old Optimus Prime, and I've got a few different versions of him here, including an original G1 there, as you can see. The backing of that wall has got some kind of sparkly stick-on paper. I am going to do that with the rest of the wall, so it all looks uniform. But in this collection, we have got, is it Scorponok or Scorponox? Never quite sure. Soundwave. We've got an original G1 Megatron. Really hard to come by in the UK, that. Love it. We've got a G1 Prime. We've got a couple of different versions of Prime. That thing at the back there opens up and it's got a book inside. We've got a Lego, friggin' hate Lego, a Lego Prime, a Grimlock, Hot Rod, and the Constructicons. Yeah, some nice looking Transformers there. I'm a big Transformers fan. On the windowsill here, we have got my Sword of Omens and, of course, a beautiful looking lightsaber. We've got a couple of crystal decanters as well, and that's a swaggle stick. So in the RAF, you weren't allowed to have a paste stick if you were an officer, so instead we had a swaggle stick, which is a bit weird, but there you are. And below that, we've got some more shiny comics. Again, I love me shiny stuff. Down here, we've got my toolboxes. Now, I'm a nerd, so I don't have tools in there. Instead, are only bits and bobs for my 1/6 scale figures. We've got a sexy looking gremlin. Look at his little face, isn't he cutie? And then we've got some of my favourite books up on the walls here. Now, these are basically stuck to the wall in hardcover cases, but you can take the comics out. So I change that display whenever the mood takes us. At the moment, I'm feeling zombie. So I've got all my favourite Marvel Zombies covers on there. This corner of the room, I have good old Hulkbuster. He is a phenomenal piece by Hot Toys. And we've got my CGCs all stacked up there, ready to go. I'm liking these hard cases, they are very cool. We've got an Infinity Gauntlet and some action figures behind there, and we've got my commissioning certificate. Top of the shop here, we have some Masters of the Universe figures. These are all original action figures. Absolutely love these guys. I pick these up whenever I can find them. They are amazing figures, and you can get them for a reasonable price these days. So yeah, always a fan of picking up Masters figures whenever I see them. This is a bit of an eclectic collection. We've got some Star Trek stuff there. We've got My Only Pop, which is the one my daughter bought us. And we have got shiny Magneto helmet. Love a helmet. We've got a beautiful Batmobile there from the 60s Batman. This is signed by Adam West and Burt Ward, so I love that. We've got an Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. badge, a blowy up Hulk in the back there, a Batarang. We've got a Mad Balls Touchdown Terror, and we've got another helmet. Helmet. Judge Dredd's helmet. Am I going to go hee every time I say helmet? Yeah, I am. We've got some vintage action figures mixed in with all kinds of other action figures. I will be doing a much more detailed video on this, but let us know if anything jumps out. What's your favourite looking figure in that little lot? Like I say, we've got some pretty impressive looking vintage figures, but also some Marvel Legends, some chess pieces, and all kinds of other stuff chucked in there as well. Mask is probably my favourite. Absolutely love that Rhino rig. Okay, let's talk Hot Toys. We have got lots of Hot Toys to talk about. So, like I said, I'll do a separate video on these. But we've got a nice array of original figures there. This is what I class as my movies collection, my movies cabinet. So we've got representations of some of my favourite movie franchises in this particular cabinet. We've got Star Wars, couple of good Star Wars shelves there. Need another hero to go in that shelf. Let us know who you think we should stick in there. But the top shelf's where the action is. Look at these guys. They are absolutely stunning. Sorry about the reflection, guys. We'll take some better photos and show you that. But yeah, loving those figures. Over here, we've got my Spidey diorama, and I wanted this to be a bit dynamic. So we've got a variation of Spider-Man fighting a variation of Spider villains. So yeah, really like this setup. It looks very cool. Next, we've got my Endgame setup. So we've got a whole host of Avengers facing off against good old Thanos. I love having Cap just staring down Thanos. I think that's pretty darn cool. And then at the bottom here, we have got, again, some various heroes. Loving Cap, Sam Cap there, and of course Captain Carter, and some big chunky metal figures. Over in this corner, you'll see I've got some spaces. That's intentional, because I've got more figures coming. But we've got good old Peacemaker. Wasn't a massive fan of DC characters in general, but I love this show, so I had to pick him up with good old Eagly. We've got a bit of a bat shelf going on, Christian Bale, we've got Adam West, Burt Ward, and we've got a Batman of the future from the Arkham games, I believe. Next, oh, I love that Cesar Romero Joker. Look at him, man, he's spectacular. We've got a whole array of Bat villains. Considering picking up the third-party Riddler to go with that. Look at that Penguin, that got ripped to shreds, but actually I think it's damn good. I like the Penguin. Up the top here, we've got some classic DC heroes. These are from Sideshow, I believe. Not the best figures, but actually it's a nice comic-accurate version of the characters, so I quite like them. Okay, let's talk mutants. We've got a variety of mutants here, ranging from Deadpool 2 Colossus there, to Old Man Logan, Cable at the back there. We've got Deadpool with his little unicorn. Some stunning figures here from various sellers. That Wolverine's canny, but I've got two more bloody Wolverines on the way, so I don't know what I'm going to do with all them, but there you go. Look at that Magneto, man. The Magneto is spot on. We've then got my mythology, we've got my Thor selection. Not really had a decent Thor figure as such yet, but that one's pretty good from Sideshow, I want to say. We've got Odin, Hela, Heimdall and Loki. And then at the bottom, we've got my horror setup. So we've got a whole host of different horror items here. We've got Chucky, we've got Talk to Me, Stunning Hand, that my good pal James T. Keegan over on One Good Scare, check it out, gave us. We've got an Necronomicon, and one of the puzzle boxes from Hellraiser, and some keys from Lock and Key. Next, we've got my pride and joy, my 89 Keaton Batman stood next to the Batmobile there. This is a bloody huge piece, but it is sexy as out. I struggle to find somewhere to put it, but actually I think he looks damn cool as a kind of focal point when you come into my room, stood there looking all pensive and sexy. So that's the Batman 89 and the Batmobile 89, both from Hot Toys. Absolutely amazing pieces. Next, we've got my Masters setup. We've got some Mondo stunning figures here. Orko's new to the collection. He is amazing. Absolutely love that figure. They are very cool. The bad guys, though, steal the show. Look at how amazing that Skeletor figure is, and the Merman is just beautiful. All of these figures, by the way, ladies and gents, have got individual unboxing videos on my channel, so please do feel free to go and check those out. Down the bottom here, we've got the little version of Orko that you get, but also He-Man on Battle Cat. Oh, that's me phone. But also He-Man on Battle Cat, and he looks spec-bloody-tacular. Love it. Absolutely love it. Starting in this shelf, we've got my icons of Marvel, so Stan, Tony Stark, and a kit-bashed Cap, which I quite like. This is my Midnight Suns shelf, where we've got two versions of Moon Knight, a Blade, Daredevil, and Punisher. Again, I particularly like that setup. Underneath, we've got a couple of kind of random figures. We don't know how I bought these buggers, but yeah, they're there for the moment. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I do quite like them, but I'll probably add more stuff to that shelf in a bit. Now at the bottom, we've got the 3-0 Transformers. They are amazing figures. Yes, they're not technically 1/6 scale, but they are die-cast and they are stunners. I'd recommend people pick those up. Over here, we've got my G.I. Joe collection. Loving these figures. Again, most of these are from 3-0, I think. The Destro's just arrived and he looks phenomenal. Really like those guys. We've got some smaller scale figures, and these are a pit stop figure, really. So they're in there whilst I wait for my Cat's Lair to turn up. Cat's Lair is going to go in one of the shelving units I showed you before, because the shelves come out, so it'll fit in there nicely, I hope. Above that, we've got my bad guys. We've got Doom on the throne, which I think is a spectacular figure. Again, a figure that got pulled to bits by people, but I think it looks pretty darn cool. We've got Kingpin and we've got Omni-Man. So again, really like that. Look at that Doom, man. How can you twist about that Doom? How can you moan about that Doom? That to me shouts Doom. It's lush. We've got some random heroes at the top here. We've got good old Kick-Ass. We've got Invincible, and we've got a bit of Dread action. So these are my Architect's drawers. This is where I store a lot of my bigger CGC books. So let's have a little look-see in the drawers and see what we've got. I may drop the camera, so bear with us. So, yeah. So in this drawer, for example, we have some sexy books. We've got an X-Men 1, A Journey into Mystery. We've got first appearance of Wolverine there, first appearance of the Giant Size X-Men. Avengers, signed by Stan the Man himself. First appearance of Captain America and the Silver Age, and a Daredevil. So we've got a whole host of decent looking books there. Let's see what's in shelf number 2. Okay, so we've got Punisher, Ghost Rider, Fantastic Four, Moon Knight, Dracula, etc. Some big key books there, guys, and we've got more in the other drawers, but please watch out my channel because I'm going to do a video about all of my CGC books, so please keep an eye out for that. So there we have it, ladies and gents. That's my rapid room tour. I've not gone into as much detail as I have in previous years because, like I say, there's going to be some subsequent videos following on from this where I look in detail at certain specific elements of my collection. So please do check those out. Drop a like and subscribe if you like this kind of stuff, and please do ask us questions in the comments. Is there anything you want us to talk more about? Which pieces jumped out at you? Or what do you think? Why has he bought that piece of crap? Okay, that's your whack. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Take care.